friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reena and today I will be sharing with you some of the Python practice tests for beginners. These examples are great for someone who is just starting out with Python programming, and if you want to have some practical experience with it, then this will be very helpful to you. Alternatively, if you are someone who wants to add a new skill to your CV, this can be a very helpful video to you as well. So let's get started. These are the two practice tests that I will be going through with you in this video. I'll be going through each question, and along with it, I will also show you the solution for it. So I will first copy the practice test 1 into my Jupyter notebook over here. So as you can see, it is posted over here, and I have my Jupyter notebook named as practice test 2. If you are new to Python and don't know how to launch a Jupyter notebook, I have it covered in my previous video, so please go ahead and watch that first. Let's go through the question together. For string 1, the value is FF, EE, so on and so forth until AA. Okay, each character is in alternate case, meaning that first character is uppercase, second character is lowercase, and the string is A to F but in reverse. So what is the question here? It is that use string slicing to reverse the string, meaning that from FF to AA, we have to get an output something like AA, BB till FF. Okay, and I want to extract just lowercase letters, meaning A, B, C, D, E, F, and just uppercase letters, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, and then sort the string with sorted function and add space between each letter. So we will see this later on. Let's start with the solution. I will add a new cell block of code type underneath, and I will copy this string over here. Now, first question is reverse the string, okay, using string slicing. So how do I do that? Let's declare our variable reversed string equals to. Now, my string variable is string1. So string1, and then in order to do a string slicing, the normal format is open a square bracket, then mention the start index, right, colon, mention the end index, colon again, and then mention the step, okay? So start index by default is beginning of the string, which is 0. And end index by default, if you don't mention anything, it will go till the end of the string, okay? And step is if you want to get, let's say, any other letter, like specific number of letter, then you mention it in step. We will discuss this in the subsequent examples over here. If you want to reverse the string, then also we can use step. So if I want to go from backwards to forwards in a string, then I will mention a negative value over here, something like this. Okay, so this will give me a reversed string. So let's get started. Because I want the whole string and I want to reverse it, I will skip mentioning the start index and I will skip mentioning the end index. Okay, so meaning that it will take the whole string. And what do I want to do? I want to reverse it. So I will use a step as -1. Okay, and then I will print here reversed string. So here is my reversed thing, AABB till FF. Okay, so this part is done. Now, something to note here. If ever you do mention an end index, then it will always be exclusive of this particular index. What do I mean by this? So let's say the length of this string is 12. Let's remove this for now. So the full length of this string is 12. If I mention 12 over here, it will go from the start till the last 12 minus 1 letter. Okay, so it will not consider the last letter. Why? Because the end index is exclusive in the string slicing. So if I want to go till the end of the string, it is better just not to mention anything. It will go till the very end. If you want, let's say, this particular index, so what would be the value? 0 for capital F, small f is 1, right? Capital E is 2, and small e is 3, so on and so forth. So let's say I want to go till E. If I mention the index 3 over here, it will give me, remove the step for now, so it will not go till 3. It will give me an output without 3. So see that? It will give me F, beginning of the string, small f, 1, E, and then it will stop. So meaning that this index does not get counted. So if I want a small e, then I have to go till its index plus 1 value. Okay, so like this. All right, so this is something to keep in mind. Let's go back to our exercise. So I wanted it reverse, so from starting point till the ending point and minus 1. Okay, now second one is extract lowercase letters in this particular string, the reverse string. The lowercase letters are every alternate one, right? So A with 0 index, then capital A is 1, small b is 2, so on and so forth. So every other letter is a lowercase letter. So how do I extract it? We will use the step again. Okay, so we will do lowercase equals to. Now I want to use reverse string as my original variable. So I will do reverse string, right? And then for string slicing, the syntax is again open square bracket. I want to go from beginning till the end. So I will not specify the indexes for it, starting and ending, right? And I want every other letter. So 0, then 2, then 4, so on and so forth. So I will do a step of 2. Okay, now let's print it, lower underscore case, and we get the lowercase letters, right? Similarly, for uppercase, reversed underscore str, right? I want from beginning till end. And what do I want now? Capital A is in the index of number 1. So small a index is 0, capital A is 1, small b is 2, capital B is 3, so on and so forth. So the index is 1. So if I start from the very beginning of the string, it will take small a as well, and I don't need that, right? So I will simply mention the starting point as 1, 1 till the end of the string, okay? And how much step do I want? Well, I want every other letter from capital A. So again, the step will be 2, okay? And then we print it, and we can see over here, we got our uppercase string, okay? So this is string slicing for you. Now it says sort the string with sorted function. So the original string, let's go back to that one. Print f unsorted string equals to, and then my string 1. Okay, so this is my unsorted string. Now I want to sort it. So how do I do this? It says to do it with a sorted function. So let's do that. So how do we do sorted? So we will do sorted, which is the function name, right? And then I pass my string 1. So it will sort all of the characters, right? As you can see over here, that it's giving me a list format, and this one was a string format. So this is not the right answer, right? So how do I convert this list into a string format? So for this, I will be using a join function. Okay, so what do I want to join these strings with? Well, there is no space and no character in between, so I will mention join with nothing. Okay, dot, so empty string dot join, and what do I want to join? The output of sorted. Okay, so here we get the join string as sorted. So that is capital A, B, C, D, E, F, then small a, B, C, D, E, F. Now, why is it giving me sorted like this? A, B, C, D, E, F, and then small a, B, C, D, E, F, instead of capital A, small a, capital B, small b, etc. So the reason for this is that the numeric values of these letters is capital A is 65 in the system. Each and every character is in the system in Python has a corresponding numeric value. Okay, so capital A has a numeric value of 65, small a has a numeric value of 96. So on and so forth. So B would be 66, so up until Z, capital Z. And same thing for here, 97, and up until small z. Okay, so when you do sorted, it will compare the numeric values of it. So capital A's numeric value is 65. Is 65 greater than 96? Well, it is not. So it will keep capital A as first, right? Then again, it will compare the capital value, numeric value of capital B, and it is not greater than 96. So it will put the B letter first. Okay, so on and so forth. So it compares the numeric values. So this is how the sorted function works by default. If, however, you want an output like A, B, B, something like this, you can use the reversed string, or you can write a custom sorted function. So let's try that. Okay, so normal sort equals to, this is our normal sort. Let's print this output first so that it doesn't get lost and we can compare it. Okay, now I want a custom sort. So what do? I want the output to be something like this. Okay, so how do I do this? My string 1 is FF, EE, so on and so forth. So I will first, let's do sorted, then my string 1, okay, and then the second element in sorted function is key. Okay, so in key, I will mention the custom sorting method. So how do I do this? Key colon lambda function. Okay, what do I want lambda? So when I do a lambda in key, sorry about that. So it will pass me each character from my original string. So first will be character F, small f, so on and so forth. So I want to name this character as, let's say, C. Okay, C, and then what do I want? I want C dot lower. I want to compare C dot lower with the C itself. So meaning that the value of lowercase letter of each, numeric value of lowercase letter of each character, compare it with the original character, and then pass it in sorted. Okay, so A is 65 and small a is 96. So when it gets capital A, it will convert it into a small a, right? And then it will pass the value for it in sorted function to sort it numerically. So what will be the value that will be passed for capital A? It will be passed as 96 instead of 65, which is the value of small a. 96 is the value of small a. So something like this, okay? And first, let's see the output of this. what is going on. So it says key, here is the invalid syntax. So if you want to check syntax of something, you can always do something like this. First we will remove this. Okay, so over here it says key equals to, right? So as you can see over here, it will give you a help. So let's go back to our original function and we will change this to equals. Okay, so now it gave me capital A, capital B, small b. Okay, as you can remember, the normal sorted function by default had the output of capital A, B, C, D, E, F, and instead now the output is capital A, capital B, small b. Okay, now again, this is in list format, so I want it in string format. How do we do it? Same as before. I want to join it with no element in between, so empty string dot join function, right? And join the whole list. Okay, and here will be our custom sort. So over here we get our custom sorted proper string. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. So we did the sort the string the sorted function. Now we want to add space between each letter. So instead of joining it with no element in between, we want to add space. So I will simply add space over here. Okay, and let's do it now. So you can see I have spaces in between each letter. So this was our first practice test. Now let's go to the second practice test. If you have any questions, feel free to add it in comments and I'll try to get back to you. So this is our second practice test. Let's copy it in our notebook. I will change the cell type to markdown. And let's go through it together. Given a credit score, assign a string value to another value, rating based on the following scale. Okay, so what is the rating scale? If the credit score is between 0 and 10, then the value should be poor. If it is between 10 and 40, it should be fair. If it is 40 and 60, it should be good, and all other values should be excellent. Okay, and how do we want to achieve this? So it says use chained comparison method and range. So these are two different types of ways how we can achieve the same exercise, and I will be going through this with you today. Let's add a cell block. So now let's take our score as a user input. Input, enter your score. Okay, and whatever input the user enters, the return type of input function is a string. But because we want to perform math calculations, we need to convert it into a numeric value. Okay, so for now, we will convert it into an integer like this. Okay, so now what do I want? If my entered score is between 0 and 10, then it should be poor. So how do I write this? If then score is between 0 and 10. So first is using chained comparisons. How are chained comparisons mentioned in Python is by having something like this: 0 less than equals to score and then less than 10. Okay, so this is called a chained comparison method, where this is equivalent to saying that a score should be between 0 and 10. Okay, so 0 less than equals to score less than 10. What do I want? I want to print poor, right? Now, if if score is not between 0 and 10, then what do I want? Else if, meaning elif, it should be, if it is between 10 and 40, then it should be fair. So I mention it over here. 10 less than equals to score less than 40. Okay, print fair. Now, so on and so forth. Let's continue. Elif, if it is between 40 and 60, so 40 less than equals to score less than 60, print good. Okay, and for all other values it should be else. Excellent, print excellent. Okay, let's run this and I will enter my score as 10. So it says fair. Okay, why? You can see over here 10 is in two places. So over here in our chained comparison, I have mentioned if it is less than 10, meaning that if it is from 0 to 9, it will go in poor. Okay, then less than equals to, meaning 10 is included over here in the second condition. So from 10 till 39, the score will be fair. Okay, so this is chained comparison. Now let's do with range. So I will add another cell block over here and I will copy paste this part. Okay, so user enters a score. Now how can we write it through range? So if my score is in range of 0 and 10. Now range works in similar fashion. So if I write range from 0 to 10, the numbers I will get is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 10 will be excluded. Okay, so if score is in range of 0 to 10, meaning anything between 0 till 9, if score is 9, it will go in print poor. Okay, else if my score is in range of 10, 40, what do I want? I want to print fair, right? Else if my score is in range of 40 and 60, what do I want? I want to print good. Else for all other scores, I want to print excellent. Okay, now let's run this. Yeah, it should have a colon. So if I enter over here 49, so it will go in this condition, range 40 to 60, and it prints as good, right? Let's enter 108. So it will go in excellent. I try again and I enter 40. Okay, so it will go in good. As mentioned previously, range function over here, it will not go in the second one. Why? Because the second index is excluded. So it will be considered only till 10 to 39. And the 40 should be wherever it is first index, it will get included. So that is why when the score is 40, it prints as good. Okay, so this is your practice test today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will keep posting these practice tests so that you can excel at your Python knowledge. And if you have any questions, please post it in comments for me, and I will definitely get back to you. Bye.